Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Now, you might not want to hear this, but I'm going to do a review of what happened in 2022. But guys, as negative as it seemed, 2023 is going to be rock and roll, and I can't be more excited. So bear with me. We're going to kind of go through this roadmap that Bloomberg created, and it's the title of the article says all the ways that crypto broke in 2022. And yes, it was a bizarre year. But here's what I know from going down the rabbit hole and doing countless hours of research pretty much every day. We are in the right place to capitalize on the biggest financial opportunity in the history of man, and it starts in 2023. The more you educate yourself, the more you get involved, and the more you are capable of picking real world utility tokens, guys, I'm telling you, everyone that's probably watching this video and that is already in crypto or looking to get in can make life changing gains in the next couple of years because the world has changed. And as we go through this review, it's going to sound negative, but then I'm going to go on a positive rant and tell you what I know is coming. And it's not an educated guess, it's not hype, it's actual facts that I've witnessed and I know it's coming. And I want to share that with you guys because I'm telling you, I can't be more excited. It may be ugly between now and the next bull run, but opportunity is right here and it starts with this video. Now, this is not financial advice, but let's get into it. Now, they did a really good job of pointing out and documenting all the negative things that happened in 2022. And we're just going to go through it briefly because most of you are aware. And it was, guys, it was a crazy year. Nothing like I expected. Didn't make the money I expected, but I learned a lot. And I can't wait to see what happens in 2023, 24, 25. Because, guys, it's going to be explosive. Because all the adoption that I saw in 2022 that we're going to talk about, the price is going to catch up. And that's where we're going to reap our rewards. But anyway, let's take a look at this chart. To start off the year, right out of the gate, there was a wormhole hack. A lot of people lost a lot of money. The SEC fined BlockFi, which put them into a nosedive. There was a Ronin attack. Then we had the Terra collapse, which we thought at the time that was going to be by far the biggest event of the year. Then the CFTC sued Gemini, put them in a tailspin. The SEC investigated Binance. Celsius froze withdrawals, and we knew something was happening. Coinbase started to cut their staff. Horizon bridge hack. Three Arrows filed bankruptcy. Voyager filed bankruptcy. Celsius filed bankruptcy. Guys, it's bizarre. MicroStrategy seller drops CEO of MicroStrategy, which, guys, that wasn't a negative. He did that for a reason, and it was to dive in to Bitcoin full throttle. So I think that was a positive, but they're trying to spin it as a negative. Then this was terrifying. The U.S. sanctions on Tornado Cash, and they indicted like the developers. And guys, as far as I know, they're still in jail and they're going to jail. That's BS and absolutely horrifying because, it's kind of like the RICO Act to catch the mafia back in the day. But guys, these are developers creating software for the world to use. And now, they created a new law and a new way to attack them and shut them down. That's absolutely terrifying. Now, Alameda CEO Trabuca resigned. smart man, and he'll be lucky if he doesn't go to jail. But he probably knew what we all know now. There was another hack. It says Kraken dropped CEO Powell. The SEC investigates Yuga Labs. That is the Bored Apes, which is a phenomenal project and had a heck of a launch. And I believe it's going to be a huge project, kind of like Disney in the future. Yuga Labs and the Bored Apes, that is going to change history as we know it. It's like Batman or whatever. It's a massive project, in my opinion. Binance says it will sell FTX, native tokens. That kind of kicked off the FTX collapse. We're not even going to go into that. Everyone's, all that's fresh in everyone's mind. Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested, and it goes on and on and on. Now, it was a crazy year. That being said, let me tell you, and I'm just going to rant, and these are positive rants, guys, and I'm telling you, I'm excited for 2023, even though it's going to get a lot uglier, in my opinion, before it gets better. But if everything works out and something breaks in our economy, which I think is coming in 2023, and I want something to break, and I want a washout. And when that happens, and the Fed cuts on that printer, and then we go into another election and hopefully get some different people in the White House, that pump, guys, is going to be absolutely amazing. So let me tell you some of the positive things that I saw, and I know in no uncertain terms that this is coming. And you can do your research. It's already in the pipeline, and there's been billions and billions of dollars spent on setting up what I'm going to share with you. Now, the biggest thing that I know is coming, every bank in the world of substance, I mean every bank, is already in blockchain and crypto. And they're setting up multiple projects, from custodial projects so that you can deposit Bitcoin and Ethereum into your bank account, to trying to set up TriFi to DeFi, getting ready to have tokenized assets come into the banking sector, and a merger between like Web 2 and the legacy banking system into the Web 3. Now, here's what I see every day. And quite frankly, 6 months ago, I never even heard of all these corporations like Fireblocks. Google that. Fireblocks is the biggest custodial corporation in the world. And guys, there's probably 150 that have been created just this year. So what they're doing is they are partnering with the banks around the world, all the banks. So they are going to custodial, they're going to basically hold and secure the average person, the sheep, the masses of the world. They're going to custody their crypto. That's a done deal. It's in the works. The only reason that you cannot go down to your bank, whether it's Bank of America or Regions Bank, and say, hey, I want to buy Bitcoin and put it into my account, is because of regulation. But they're setting it up. Every single bank, that is a fact. And I know that for the most part, they're not going to custody a lot of tokens in the beginning, but they are all setting up to support Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just a matter of time whenever they get that regulation and the go ahead. So I know that to be true. It's coming no matter what. Now, the other thing that I've seen that I know is coming down the pipe is that this year we had 2 countries acknowledge and allow Bitcoin to be basically their currency. And there's a lot more coming. And once they see what happens to like El Salvador, I'm telling you, a lot of a lot of countries around the world are going to adopt Bitcoin as their currency, and they need to. And there's a lot of them. They're not going to use Bitcoin for their currency, but they are accepting and made it a law that you can accept Bitcoin, like in Brazil. Guys, I'm telling you, the adoption of Bitcoin in 2022 absolutely exploded. And unfortunately, we had the invasion of Russia, and as bad as that was when Russia invaded the Ukraine, what happened was it shined a light on the importance of Bitcoin and crypto. And guess what happened? Immediately, the crypto world started sending funds to the Ukraine. And we're talking about millions and millions of dollars immediately. When they froze their bank accounts and all that crazy stuff, the crypto community was there and people could feed their families and they could run out of that country into safety. And they did it through Bitcoin and other cryptos. And one of the big projects behind that, for whatever it's worth, is Stellar XLM, and that's the payment rails they're using right now for the majority of that country to do cross-border payments in the Ukraine. And it's not going to change, guys, because here's what happened. Like when they shut down Russia and all these countries have a massive amount of inflation, they realized how bad inflation was. Quite frankly, most countries already knew how bad it was when their government prints money. America is a little slow, but now we are opening our eyes. But in the past, so what? There was no other option. Well, now there's Bitcoin, and you don't have to store your money in fiat currency that is going down 10%. That's if you believe their numbers every single year. So you put $100,000 in the bank in America at the inflation rate that we're having right now, that $100,000 basically will be worth about 10,000 in 10 years buying power. That's disgusting. And guess what, guys? We're one of the best in the world. Believe it or not, as much money as we print, which was over 40% in the last 2 years of the American dollar in circulation was printed, as much of the inflation that caused, that's nothing compared to Argentina, Venezuela, and Turkey. Turkey got as high as 70% inflation a month, guys. Not even a year. But now, if they can get around the law, which they probably can, they can store their money into Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin does nothing else for the world, which it's going to do a lot more, it's changing the world. But if it does nothing else but keep up with inflation, that's a game changer, guys, just for you and me. Because if you're trying to save for a new car or a down payment on a house, and you put $10,000 in, but you lost $1,000 at the end of the year because of inflation, or more, because the real numbers I think is a lot higher. That's a game changer if Bitcoin can just keep up with inflation. And if it surpasses it, which it will, it's really a game changer. So I'm excited because I know all that happened this year, and the spotlight is on Bitcoin. And the more education people get about Bitcoin, that moves them into what's next. And that's like the real world utility tokens, whether it's XRP or XLM or Ethereum and all or DeFi. I mean, guys, it is so amazing about the adoption that's going on in the world in crypto. I highly recommend, if you're watching this and you're not invested in Bitcoin or crypto or digital assets or the metaverse or NFTs, you don't know what all that's about, please spend some time. Matter of fact, I'll leave a link down below. I have my Bitcoin challenge. Just watch the video, not financial advice, but I want you to get involved. Just get started. Put in $10. Learn how to open up a wallet, buy some Bitcoin, start educating yourself, because guys, I'm telling you, the biggest opportunity in the history of man for the average person to change their life is right now. It's coming down the pipe and everything is on sale. Now, I don't mean to get on a rant, but it was a very, very positive year. Now, we've got the Fed now announced that they're going to start paying the government through crypto, right? Blockchain. We've got CBDCs being tested, the digital dollar right now. CBDCs have been launched all around the world. We're testing ours. I hate them. I hope that we get the regulation and there's a fine line of that being one of the worst things that ever happened to the best things. But either way, we can't stop it. It's going to happen. The positive sides of what's coming down is, hopefully they have good regulations so we can do DeFi. Guys, you can remember back in the day when you used to go to the bank and you put your money in, put in 10,000 and they gave you like 7% interest? Well, with DeFi and stacking and yield farming and all that, if they don't take it away from us, you're going to be able to park your money and get interest that should outrun inflation, whether it goes up or down. And that's exciting. And I hope that America for sure doesn't mess it up. The rest of the world, or a lot of the world, definitely going to have an avenue for that kind of, interest. Now, for sure, 100%, everything on the planet is going to be tokenized. Your car, your house, your health records, your dog, you name it, it's going to be tokenized. You're going to even be able to buy shares in building of a high rise. Everything is going to be tokenized. And the cool thing about that is, guys, it's going to create so much liquidity that you're going to be able to literally invest, say, in a high rise. That before you had to be an accredited investor and you had to know someone and probably have a minimum amount of minimum 25,000, if not 100,000 or a quarter million, to invest, say, in a high rise or a big apartment complex or whatever. Well, they are going to create tokens in the future. It's already in the works. We're just waiting on regulation. And the average person is going to be able to buy $100 worth of that high rise. And if that high rise goes from 50 million to 500 million in 10 years, the average person is going to get their percent of the pie. It's exciting, guys. I'm telling you, I can't be more bullish. But I know for a fact, and again, not financial advice, do your homework, and then I'll stop my rant. I don't know if it's going to happen in 2023, 2024, maybe even 2025. But they are putting everything in place that you're going to walk into your bank and they're literally going to ask you, what do you want to do with your paycheck? Do you want to buy Bitcoin? Do you want to hold it in Ethereum? What do you want to do? It's going to happen. It's in the works and it's going to change the world. That being said, guys, once you get involved, start looking at the payment and the banking tokens like Quant, XRP, XLM, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Those are phenomenal projects. Again, not financial advice, but there is going to be a banking reset. It's not going to be overnight. It's actually already started. Like, there's so much negative energy and so much FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the crypto world. But guys, it's BS. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO, he's one of the most negative people on the planet. He's always talking negative about crypto and blockchain. However, they are one of the centerpieces in crypto. Jamie Dimon is in the center of everything from, owning different corporations that sit on top of Ethereum. They have their own blockchain. They just tokenized the first security on the blockchain that traded. That's JP Morgan. But yet he goes on CNN, tells you it's crap. Guys, they don't want you to invest in crypto. But I'm here to tell you, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. Just like, I can't think of his name because I don't like him and I try to forget his name, that owns Berkshire Hathaway, the old guy, whatever his name is, who said, I wouldn't buy it in a million years. It's crap and all that stuff. Well, I got news for you. He owns two corporations that are in crypto in a big way. He bought huge amount of shares in one of the GameFi cryptocurrency projects, and then he just bought I think it was a bank who is creating their own blockchain. But yet he goes online and makes fun of crypto and Bitcoin, tells you it has zero value. I'm telling you, every major corporation in the world, every one from BlackRock, Google, you name it, JP Morgan, they all are knee deep in crypto and crypto corporations, blockchain. And, think about it. JP Morgan makes fun of crypto, telling you it's crap, but they were the first bank to spend, I think it was $250,000 to buy the first crypto bank, or, real world bank in the metaverse. That's JP Morgan. So guys, I know I'm on a rant, but I'm telling you, 2023 is the best time for the average person to ever get into investing, and it starts with Bitcoin and crypto, the metaverse, digital assets, all that. I highly recommend stay involved, guys, and keep, trying to educate yourself, because what's coming down the pipe is changing the world. And here's why I'm so excited. Guys, when I graduated high school, we literally did code we got our first computer. We did code. You could write your name on it. I didn't go, wow, I bet, when I'm 50 years old, that if I would have got into computers, that's going to change the world. I had a friend who owned about 9 stores that sold phones. And I told him, I said, man, I don't understand why you want to keep buying these stores. Like, this is like 2000. I said, because I got a phone, right? It was a flip phone. Actually, I think it was pre-flip phone. I said, no one's going, what market are you talking about? Well, I didn't know it was going to be a personal computer that we all trade in at least once a year, and that we can't live without, and that we'll be able to do everything that we did. Well, that's kind of what I know that is coming down the pipe with Web 3. I see the progression from Web 1, Web 2, now we're in Web 3. And if you think that, the internet exploded, which it did, like 20, 25 years, the Web 3 and crypto and blockchain and everything that's coming down the pipe is going to do that in about a third of the time. Everything is changing. And guys, I'm telling you, 2023 is time to get to stacking. Prepare yourself, educate yourself, because the next bull run is going to be life changing for the people that position themselves correctly. Again, not financial advice, but do yourself a favor, do your kids a favor, do your family a favor, and watch my Bitcoin challenge video. Get involved in Bitcoin. Start there. Educate yourself. And I'm telling you, the more you know, the more you will invest, and the bigger upside you will have. Because I'm telling you, again, not financial advice, but the biggest opportunity in history is right here in front of all of us, and it starts in 2023, and it's going to run for the next 5, 10, 15 years. The gains are sitting there for the people that are educated. I'm telling you, don't listen to the FUD. Don't listen to your banker. Hell, don't even listen to me. Google people like Michael Saylor, who was the first corporation of he owns MicroStrategy. He was the founder to put Bitcoin on their books. Elon Musk owns Bitcoin. Tesla has Bitcoin on their books. SpaceX has Tesla on their books. Block has Tesla or has Bitcoin on their books. So, guys, the founder of Twitter stepped down, Jack Dorsey, and went full force into Bitcoin and the Lightning Network and the whole payment structure for Block, which is his new corporation. So, guys, I'm telling you, listen to the smartest people on the planet. I highly recommend Google those three guys. Hear what Elon Musk says about Bitcoin. Hear what Kevin O'Leary, who people are not a fan of right now, but listen to what he says about Bitcoin. Listen to what Mark Cuban says about crypto. He announced this year, this is Mark Cuban from the Shark Tank. He announced that I think it was 88% of all his investing outside of his Shark Tank investments are in crypto. Well, or you can listen to the guy down the street or whoever, your brother, your father, your mom, who tells you that it's risky and it's crazy and all that stuff. Or you can listen to the smartest people on the planet because, guys, I'm telling you, the smartest minds on the planet. They've left Wall Street, they've left Facebook, they have left everywhere, and now they are in crypto, blockchain in a big, big way. It's the future. Anyway, that's my rant, guys. 2023 is going to be exciting. 2023 or 22, good riddance. It was a crazy, crazy year. But here's the last thing I'm going to tell you guys. The adoption of what has been built in blockchain in 2022 and before, all that growth, all that building, and all that adoption, the price is going to catch up. And you talk about undervalued properties, our projects. It's off the charts. There's not going to be probably a better time to start at least looking at crypto than right now. Because, guys, as low as it's been, I think it's going lower. So prepare for that. But educate yourself and get ready. Because I'm telling you guys, it's rock and roll time. I can't be more excited. I started this channel to tell the world to get into crypto and educate themselves because I truly believe the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years are going to be the most exciting, life-changing times for the history of man. I'm going to tell you how powerful, and I told you I wouldn't say anything else, but I get excited. I'm going to tell you how powerful blockchain, Bitcoin, and everything is. It's like adding up everything in history. Fire, coming over on a boat, discovering America. The only thing that can compete with blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin and everything that's happening right now is electricity itself. The gun, the car, the trains, you name it, it is not as big as what's happening right now. I'm telling you, it's that big. Hey, if you don't believe me, spend some time going down the rabbit hole. Prove me wrong. Maybe it's not for you. But that's why I started my channel, because I wanted to tell everyone to get to stacking. Again, not financial advice. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Make sure you hit that notification. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Is crypto for you? Are you stacking? How do you think 2023 is going to look? Let me know. Either way, hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. But I'm telling you guys, 2023 is going to change some lives. Now, I don't know if the bull run's going to start next year or this year, because right now it's New Year's. I don't know, but it's around the corner, and this next bull run is going to be absolutely explosive. Again, not financial advice. That's all I got for you guys. Take care and come back.